It's showtime. Welcome back to the break room, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, as always, Mikey O'Ver. And I got a great episode for you guys today. We got a couple things I want to talk about. First, I want to address that you might have noticed the color changed. And that's because this is the Bruin episode, or as some may call, the Brewsode, the Bruin episode. And here's why, ladies and gentlemen. Did I spend a summer living in Westwood, California, where UCLA is located? Next question. Am I now a UCLA superfan? Next question. Am I going to be riding the UCLA Bruins at the Superbook this weekend in Las Vegas, where I will be? Absolutely, I will. And by the way, if you're in Colorado, Las Vegas, and New Jersey coming soon, you can download the Superbook Sports app. And you can place your wagers online or just check out the lines. Now let's get to the show. It's the UCLA episode, so everyone lock in. So obviously the first thing we're going to talk about is UCLA. And Johnny Juzang, who, by the way, said, hey, how you doing? I'm going to put up 28 points in the Elite Eight. Ladies and gentlemen, UCLA is becoming America's team, an 11 seed in the Final Four. How can you not love that? That's my question for you. How can you not love that? And there's now, if you're listening to this and not watching it, we have a graphic, the Hollywood banner, the UCLA players celebrating, and then, of course, Mikey O'Ver's in his UCLA sweatshirt, absolutely screaming after the victory last night. Now, here's the thing about UCLA and Mikey O'Ver, ladies and gentlemen. Did I spend a summer in Los Angeles interning at a certain network? Yes. Did I bring a single piece of cold weather gear, I should say? No. So, where was I living? Westwood, California. Where did I have to look to get even a sweatshirt? The UCLA fan shop. So did I, put the energy in the air that now that I'm a UCLA guy, that they would somehow make a run to the Final Four? I'm not going to say I did or didn't, but I'm also going to say that me buying this sweatshirt didn't not have an effect on that team making the Final Four this year. And if you can prove me otherwise, I welcome you to. But listen, UCLA, as I said, is now America's team. Wow. We might have to clip this. Look at this hat. This hat is about as tall as Johnny Juzang is clutch, ladies and gentlemen. And if you could see this hat I have on right now, man, is it tall. It's got a floppy brim. We're just here, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't notice, the background is different. Listen, the break room is all over the place, okay? The graphics are blue. I'm filming in an attic. We're all over the place. So I just need you to bear with me. But the UCLA Bruins is not the only college team I want to talk about today. I'd also like to talk about the Gonzaga Bulldogs, led by Minnesota native Jalen Suggs and Drew Timme, and the guy that has the weird mustache. Don't know his name, but I don't love the mustache, but I do respect a mustache whenever I see it. So, sir, I respect your mustache. However, your mother wants you to shave it, so get that thing off your face. Now, this Gonzaga team has absolutely steamrolled through the NCAA tournament and made their way to the Final Four. Now, a couple things I want to address. Did I bet on Gonzaga one time in the NCAA tournament this year? No. Could I have made money in every single game they played? Yeah. So this is where I'm at with this Gonzaga team. They've impressed me every single game, but somehow I still don't trust the points because they give them too many points. But here's what I want to talk about this Gonzaga team. I firmly believe that this Gonzaga Bulldog team could put the current Minnesota Timberwolves to sleep in a 7-game series. Now, once again, if you're listening, not watching, we have an absolutely crushing graphic of Jalen Suggs driving to the bucket and who other than Karl Anthony Towns looking like he's about to get put on a poster. And that's what would happen, ladies and gentlemen. This Gonzaga team, unlike Gonzaga teams in the past who, yes, normally go undefeated, 1 to 2 losses, win their conference, make the NCAA tournament, sometimes absolutely crash out, or sometimes go deep. This Gonzaga team is different. This Gonzaga team, I firmly believe the way they're playing and the way they play could beat certain NBA teams, i.e., the Minnesota Timberwolves, maybe the Orlando Magic currently right now. This Gonzaga Bulldog team right now could be the national champion. However, they're going to have to face an all too familiar foe for the break room, which I believe you guys listening and watching, or ladies, you guys and ladies, listening and watching at home, know exactly who I'm talking about. Now, listen, here's the thing. Do I think Gonzaga could win it all? Yeah, I really, truly do. But they're going to have to go through I'm just kidding. They're going to have to go through the Bruins of UCLA, who are playing at an absurd level right now and scoring at an absurd clip. But the question everyone's asking is, can they outscore and run with the Bulldogs, who are scoring at an NBA level? Can they hang with them? I don't know. Do I wish and hope that the UCLA Bruins absolutely make it to the NCAA championship game? Yeah, because then this sweatshirt becomes way more valuable, which I will be wearing in the Las Vegas Superbook this weekend when I watch the games. Shout out the Superbook. But listen, I don't want to just talk about college basketball because I'm sure you're getting tired of hearing everything college basketball. However, I do want to talk about something else that is very close to my heart. Or I should say someone else that's very close to my heart. And he goes by the name of Kelly Oubre. And here's why I want to talk about Kelly Oubre. When you think Mikey O'Vers, I want that name to be synonymous with the statement, is that guy that's undefeated on betting on Kelly Oubre's overs? Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is the case. Now, this graphic that's up on the screen, I'll walk you through it. It's the iconic photo of Dwayne Wade when LeBron James is going to dunk it and Dwayne Wade has his hands out running across the baseline. And when I first started doing Mikey O'Ver's content on the Book It Sports app, you don't know what Book It Sports is, it is the sports app for sports bettors and sports fans alike, where you can track your action, post engaging content, and watch the game lines and do everything that you need to do as a sports fan on a first ever sports betting platform. So download it free on the App Store and follow me there. But when I first started doing my Mikey O'Ver's content on that app, I made this graphic. And I put Kelly Oubre's head on LeBron James' body, and I put my face on Dwayne Wade's body. And this graphic has become absolutely iconic for the sole reason that I am currently undefeated on betting Kelly Oubre's overs. Do I have any method to that madness? Zero method. Every time I wake up and I start going through the lines and I see a Kelly Oubre line and my gut goes, I like that one today, it always hits. Now that I've made it public, it's going to absolutely crash and burn, but I just want it known that when you see that graphic, you know the backstory, and that me and Kelly Oubre, and Kelly, I know you watch the show, come on the show. We'll have him on the show. That me and Kelly Oubre are the dynamic duo in sports betting right now. Do I love betting on LaMelo Ball? Yeah. Have I lost betting on LaMelo Ball? Of course. But Kelly Oubre is a whole different story. Kelly Oubre, I've yet to lose. Just because I wake up, I get that gut feeling, and I go, Kelly Oubre is taking this one to the crib. And he does every single time. I hope some people in their cars listening to this or on their headphones are just like, whoa, is that an echo? No, that's just how good I am with my voice. But now, here is the last thing I want to talk about before we get to the brand new segment, which I won't debut yet, but I will tell you about it in a minute. I want to talk about something that happened to me over this past week. And it was that I got exposed for not saving people's phone numbers. Now, here's the thing you need to know about Mikey O'Vers. Me not saving your phone number has nothing to do with how much I like you or don't like you. It's just I don't save your number because I'll just memorize the area code. And when I see the text, I'll just go to the thread and see what we've been talking about. It's just because I feel a little lazy sometimes, so I'm not going to save your number. You know what I mean? But I did put out a Twitter poll, and I said, is it weird that I don't save people's numbers? And the majority of you guys on Twitter that follow me there at Mikey O'Ver 1, thought it was very weird. And I'm going to back myself up here for a second. Because it's just that I feel as though people might think if I don't save your number, I don't like you. That's just not the case. Here, the case is this. All right. When you go to your favorite restaurant, do you have the menu memorized? No, you probably have a couple items that you love, right? So you have those memorized. I got my mom, my dad, my siblings all saved, right? But other than that, my phone is like your favorite restaurant's menu, You're not going to memorize the whole menu. See, every time you see a nice new item that pops up, you go, oh, maybe I've had that before. And that's what my phone is like, all right? It's just your favorite restaurant's menu, so get over it. But now I'd like to step into the debut segment that I think the people at home are going to love. It's called The Train Station. If you don't remember last episode, I talked about the hype trains that I got on and the absolutely vicious endings they came to. And there's 2 more hype trains that I got my little butt on. And I said, hey, Mr. Conductor, after not only the past 2 hype trains absolutely coming to devastating ends in Jason Preston, and then, of course, if you guys remember the other one, I'm going to give you a second to guess. Do you remember it? Because it's the Illinois men's basketball hype train. Those are the 2 hype trains that I was on last week that came to absolutely devastating ends. So what did I do after that? You got to pick yourself back up. When the train goes off the rails, the train companies don't close down. Nah, they get a couple new trains on the tracks and they get them rolling again. So what did I do? I said, hey, listen, we're rolling, guys. Get me on another train. So I'm sitting at the train station, I'm sitting at the ticket office. I'm going, ooh, who do I like here? Oh, you know what I like? I like the USC men's basketball team to cover the spread against Gonzaga because it's March. So what did I do? I went up to the ticket office and said, excuse me, ma'am, can I please have one ticket to the USC men's basketball cover the spread hype train? And she went, the one against Gonzaga, honey? And I said, yeah. Please, can I have one ticket to that? She was like, wow, yeah, I mean, every seat is almost open. That's a pretty bold train to get on. And I was like, give me the ticket, lady. She gave me the ticket. I was so excited. I got on the train first class. You believe that? First class. Should have known then. I should have known then that when you get first class on a train, that's a hype train, that baby is going nowhere else but off the tracks because there's no passengers. So I was in first class going, wow, this is awesome. I'm on the Trojan hype train. USC, we're covering the spread. But what happened? The train starts going, hey, next stop, covering against Gonzaga. The conductor turned around. You sure you want to be on here? I was like, yeah, to the crib, right? He was like, okay, let's get it going. Train starts, we're chugging. Lose by 19 points, train's off the track. Oblivion up in flames. What do? I get my little butt out of there and I run to the next train. And what was the next train I got on? Florida State men's basketball team. I said, Florida State men's basketball team, you guys gotta help me. I'm in a spot. I'm gonna take your money line. We got Scotty Barnes, the absolute electric freshman for Florida State. And I said, hey, that's one guy I don't mind betting on. So I get on that train. There's a lot of people on that train now. Mind you, they're playing the number 1 seed, Michigan. But there's a lot of people on that train, and I'm on that train. I'm going, let's take this one to the promised land. This is my recovery train. They're going to bring me to the absolute promised land. I get on the Florida State train. I'm getting on there. The door's a little effed up, for some reason it wouldn't open. I'm knocking on the door, and then guy comes over. He's like, sorry about that. It's a really packed train. We got a little backup here issue with the power, whatever. They click the button, the thing opens, I get on. And I don't bring my luggage because my luggage went up in flames in the Jason Preston hype train. I'm like a homeless guy jumping from train to train, trying to find a winner. Get on the Florida State train. I'm going, this is kind of an underdog, but it's March. Anything can happen. Little did I know, the Florida State hype train ended up to just be a school bus. And what did the school bus do? It took me to the edge of Niagara Falls and then drove over the cliff. So now we're in a free fall as we lose by freaking 18 points to Michigan. And where am I again? I somehow land out of the school bus that was the Florida State hype train. I'm swimming to the shore. Like, please. I pull myself up to the grass. Take a big, deep breath. Take a big, deep breath. I get up, dust myself off with all the water from Niagara Falls that Florida State led me into. And I find myself at the ticket office, where I will tell you the next 2 hype trains that I'm hopping on, which you can either avoid or grab a ticket with me at the ticket office. And I step into the ticket office. And I go, give me 1 ticket for the Sean O'Malley hype train. The lady looked at me and she goes, welcome back. Gives me a ticket. Shut up. Give me a ticket. Don't welcome me back. Give me a ticket. Board the Sean O'Malley hype train, ladies and gentlemen. I said, he's going to win by knockout. UFC, for those of you that may not know who Sean O'Malley is. Sugar Sean, the Sugar Show. And he won by knockout. So that train is cruising right now. I'm sitting comfy in my chair, There's a little bounce. I'm sitting comfy, Give me a little blanket. They're like, hey, you might not fight for another couple months. Get comfortable. Recline my seat. Pull my blanket up. And we're comfy on the Sean O'Malley hype train. But listen, I don't just board 1 train at a time, because I was also at that ticket office. And I said, hey, give me in bulk a ticket, a first-class ticket on the UCLA hype train. Money line. For those of you that may not know, money line just means that they're going to win outright against who again? The Gonzaga Bulldogs, who absolutely smithereened my USC train, but who cares? I'm on America's team's hype train now. And I said it wearing this silly hat. I said, hey, give me in bulk UCLA Bruins basketball ticket on the hype train, because we are rocking into the national championship game. And I got on that UCLA train. I pulled up in my goofy hat, and the conductor looked at me and he said, here for the UCLA train? It's like, damn right I am. First class? Like, you damn right I am. Look at the hat, buddy. He was like, all right, hey man, enjoy, Not a lot of amenities on the UCLA hype train. Not a lot of people on it either. But I'm there, front and center. I'm looking at the driver of the train. I'm going full speed ahead. Because if this train crashes, I want to go down with it. Because I got my other bodies in Sean O'Malley's hype train. So we're good. But this one, just full speed ahead. Next stop, Gonzaga Bulldogs, ladies and gentlemen. The conductor looked back and he goes, hey, that's my job. I went, okay, I'm really sorry. Sit back, chair, get my little train seatbelts come from the bottom. So I clicked in. The train conductor went, next stop, Gonzaga Bulldogs. Beep, beep. Ladies and gentlemen, this was episode 3 of The Break Room with your host, Michael J. Overs, Mikey Overs. Follow me on the Book It Sports app. What's a Book It Sports app? Book It Sports app is the application for sports fans and sports bettors alike, where you can join a community of sports fans and sports bettors. You can track your action, you can engage with the community, you can post your content, and you can follow Mikey Overs on the platform at Mikey Over, on Twitter at Mikey Over1. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Catch me here next week to see how my hype trains are turning out, because I'll be at the ticket office and the train station every week. Thanks for watching.